Hi everybody, I'm Sunny and you're watching Sunny Preps. I'm sitting on my front porch steps. Can you see me? Yeah. And we're gonna check up on the seedlings that I have just left out here, probably unnecessarily carelessly. But I haven't felt well the past couple of days. But it is getting cold tonight and it's going to be really cold overnight for the next few nights, so I'm going to be bringing them in. I may or may not be shuffling them back and forth, but I want to tell you a little story about some seedlings. These are my nadapenô peppers, and I was so excited because they had sprouted so nicely, and then I set them outside just because the weather has changed and it's gotten nice out, and they are here under this awning that I want to get rid of so bad, and they caught all the rainwater off of the awning, and apparently I forgot to drill a hole in the bottom of the bucket, so I'm going to do that now and hopefully I can save my drowning little nadapenôs. Well, I managed to get the hole drilled, so they've drained and I excavated them out of the dirt. So I think maybe most of them will survive, hopefully. It's probably a good idea to put a few more of these seeds in the ground, just in case. Okay, here's a quick front porch update. I actually reseeded these because they never sprouted in the house. Ground cherries. So hopefully I will get some. It's cold out here though, so I'll take them in. I even have heat mats. Maybe I'll put them on the heat mats and see if that helps. But with that big bucket, I don't know if it will. Bee balm. A lot more of this sprouted, but it's been dying off. But if I get that much to grow, I understand it actually is very prolific once it gets going. Rosella tomatoes. A couple of these are really close together and they don't like to be that close, so I think it's about time to try to split those before they really entangle their roots. I may leave 2 in here, but I don't want to leave too many. That soil's good and moist. This is sweet yellow peppers. Now peppers do, I understand, like to hold hands. They like to be planted close to each other, but I think this is too many for one pot, so those are going to be split. The tennis ball lettuce, now I have one inside that is growing nicely, but it's got the UV light right on top of it. So this one was not healthy. Actually, everything in this bucket died, and I transplanted some of the smaller ones from the other bucket into here. They look like they're making a comeback, but it's iffy. And this is Cape Gooseberry tomatoes. And again, I planted these inside once and nothing germinated. And now I've tried again and nothing has germinated yet, but it might just be too cold. Here we have the sweet yellow onions. Some of these came up the first time and then they just died in the anemic light we had inside. Asparagus is in this cool old bucket, but it won't stay there. When I get my homestead, it'll go in the ground. Here's my nadapenô peppers. Now, for those of you who don't know what nadapenô peppers are, they have the flavor of a jalapeno, but not the heat. And they're from Baker Creek Seed Company. I'll leave a link in the description below. I'm not an affiliate or anything. Now, I had 4 of them in here when it flooded, but one of them didn't make it. 3 of them did. I think I'll let all 3 of them stay where they are. I don't want to disturb them any more than they have been disturbed already. Maybe when they're a little bit bigger, I can take this one out and give those 2 more room, put it somewhere else. Now, I planted this stack. Now, this didn't come with an extra watering system, so I put a piece there, but there is like a hole that goes all the way through all the stacks. So I put a piece of PVC pipe, put tiny little holes in the PVC pipe down, and then screwed this onto the top. It doesn't look good now, but when the plants are up, you don't even see this. So we've got flowers actually are going to be coming in, and look at all the little sproutiness. So things are starting to sprout. Now I had lettuce in the top of this last year and it just turned into a smorgasbord. Did I say that right? Smorgasbord for the deer. They came up and just chomped it. It was at the perfect height. So I have flowers in here. I don't know if these flowers specifically the deers don't like, but whatever. Doesn't look like any of the lemon balm is sprouting yet. The more tennis ball lettuce is sprouting. I've got beets sprouting. I don't know if you can see them in there. There they are. I thought that was a pepper volunteer from last year. But that very much looks like the tree leaves. So, unless I hear from you guys of what that might be, I'm going to rip it out. Let's see if I can get a nice clear picture. I had peppers in here last year. More flowers. In this tower, I've got flowers again. More flowers. I've got celery, which there is one little tiny pink celery sprouting. I've got radishes, which are growing nicely. One little tiny tennis ball lettuce in this one so far. I obviously can't carry this in, but most of this should be cold hardy. I might try to figure out how I can cover it up. And then we have the strawberries in this funky cool pot. I actually got this out of the basement of a house that I bought to rent out for the real estate business. One of these died, and I think I have 3 up here in the top. I may take one of these and put it down here so that these can spread out more. Not sure. Maybe I'll just get a little one at Lowe's sometime. Home Depot. My Tommy Toe tomatoes. I can't wait. I actually do not like to just eat tomatoes. I like stuff made out of tomatoes. I don't like to eat them. So I'm hoping these tiny little tomatoes of this and the Rosetta I'll enjoy. So fingers crossed. These definitely are going to need to be transplanted, but I am going to wait until the weather really warms up so they don't get the shock of transplant and in and out into cold and warm all at the same time. Those haven't been planted yet. Let's see. I have a couple Chioggia beets coming up. I planted more in the white tower things. A lot of these sprouted, but they died back, so I need to put some more seeds in. This one is a habanada pepper. It's just like the nadapenô. This one has the flavor of a habanero, but it doesn't have the spice. Now, only 3 of these sprouted, and it looks like only 2 of them are really going to make it. So here's some radishes. They got really leggy in the house. I don't know how they're going to turn out. They are looking stronger out here, but still not very strong. So who knows? And this is yellow carrots. Again, looking kind of puny, but they are getting some real leaves on there. True leaves. So that is my little front step garden. Can't wait to show it to you when it starts really just spilling out of the pots. And if I can ever get rid of this hideous awning, which my son and I worked on this for a while, and we could not get the bolts to come out because they are completely locked into place. If I can ever get rid of them, I'm going to turn the walls of the porch into a complete just growing area. I'm not going to make a screened in or a greenhouse like I plan to because I'll be moving soon, but I will have walls of plants. These containers and these buckets and this bucket and that flower pot all came from the Dollar Tree. So I got all of these flower pots for $1 each. Probably, actually I think I might have gotten these sort of at the end of the season last year and gotten them for two for $1. Don't quote me on that. And this one was just found in some old house somewhere that I bought. I don't know. And this one was found, and these were definitely from the Dollar Tree. I think they did come in a package of 2 for $1. This was a little expensive. If I were going to go ahead and do it again, I would go ahead and spring for the green stalk. I haven't tried them, but I understand they already have a pre-made watering system that will just slow release water them all the way down through, which this is supposed to do. It's supposed to drip from here down to there, but if you just water the top, the bottom stays dry. So this one's not really effective, and I don't even remember what brand or anything this is. It's it was from Amazon. It does concern me that there is nothing stabilizing this to the ground. This one actually blew over in a windstorm, this winter, but it took quite the storm to blow it over. We had some pretty bad storms all summer and they stayed just fine. Okay folks, well, I'm anxious to see what you have growing. Just put it in the comments below and let me know what you've got growing. And if you've got a channel where you're posting videos, let me know so I can click over and check it out. Unless I'm already subscribed to you, then I'm probably already checking you out. I might not comment all the time, but I usually try to give a thumbs up. So hit the thumbs up for me. Leave a comment if you've got some knowledge to share with me about these plants I've shown you, or just to tell me what you're planting and why you're preparing for a busy growing season. Keep smiling, because a rainy day is no match for a sunny disposition. Bye guys.